What is good, guys? What's up, guys? Long time no see. These are my 6 most confident picks of the week, including the lock of the week, guys. I just want to break down everything. We already did the early card predictions. Friday, there will be a last minute predictions, and I want you guys to all tune into that on Friday. Without further ado, let's get into my 6 most confident picks of the week. Very first pick, they're going to go in chronological order. My first pick is Josephine Knudsen. Josephine Knudsen is a very good grappler. She has been in the UFC. She started from Dana White's Contender Series, made her UFC debut, and then she this is going to be her second UFC fight. So I just wanted to make sure with that really quick. Yep, her second UFC fight. And I have a clip of her where she trains with, where she says that she's from the same gym as Hamza Chimaev. And it's pretty interesting because when people train together, like Arman Saryukian, Dustin Poirier, Gamrot, Grant Dawson, it's a good gym. Or Extreme Couture, so she comes from a very good gym and she's undefeated.
Watching him training, it's like a big motivation for me. Obviously, I'm not training with him, of course not. I got those questions earlier, so I just had to sort it out. But we're training like side by side, and I learn a lot from him on the mat, and I look up to him as a fighter, and he's really something special. He's one of a kind.
So this is one of my first most confident picks, Josephine Knudsen. I have her to win by unanimous decision, 30-27, 29-28, 29-28. It's going to be a barn burner, but you can look for the over 1.5 if your bookies have it. Next confident pick of the week is Garrett Armfield. Garrett Armfield recently has notable wins over Brad Katona. Brad Katona, we saw this last Saturday that he put up a great performance against his opponent. Just to make sure, I just want to make sure, just because I forgot his name, that Jesse Butler, who was coming down into bantamweight, but Brad Katona showed that he could grapple and he could grapple heavy. So if a guy like Garrett Armfield has a win over Brad Katona, he is one of my most confident picks. Not only because of that, but because just watching his fight footage, you can see that this guy is a problem, and he's one of my most confident picks. That being said, let's see why. He's a bad man, bro. A bad man. That's Garrett Armfield, if you don't know. Third most confident pick of the week, Tagir Ulanbekov with a record of 15-2-0. He is the favorite, and I know I've been picking moderate favorites, but if you can look for overs, or if you could just put these together as a parlay piece, you can get plus money, just these first 4. So Josephine Knudsen, Garrett Armfield, and Tagir. So just these 3 actually. But with my 4th one, you guys will be able to get plus money. So this is Tagir Ulanbekov, 15-2-0. He has 1 loss in the UFC to Zagir Zmagulov. He lost by majority, but that wasn't in the UFC. But 1 loss in the UFC to Tim Elliott, where Tim Elliott was grabbing the inside of the glove and getting little cheek shots, and he was grabbing the shorts and doing a lot of illegal activities. He's lost that by decision. Habib was in his corner very angry, but since then, he's beaten Nate Mans, who's also on this card, who is a very confident pick, but he's a minus 500, so I didn't want to add him. But you can put him as a parlay piece. Nate Mans is really good, and then Cody Durden. And this is one of his notable wins right here. He already had 2 minutes and 11 control time, and then 3 minutes and 3 minutes and 39 seconds of control time as well. And then here he's going for the choke against Cody Durden, and he submits him. And I know Cody Durden is not some guy who's impressive, but it shows that he has a rear naked choke. He's facing Joshua Van, and this is probably, a lot of people are going to be very high on Joshua Van, but I'm confident in Tagir, and I know that if somebody's going to win, maybe Tagir can win the first 2 rounds and maybe lose the third. And if you don't want to play this because Joshua Van is a beast, you can do that, but I just think Joshua Van doesn't have a lot of punching power, and he's going to figure Tagir out too late, in my opinion. So I still think Tagir's the most confident pick, and Joshua Van's good. It's just that when he finishes people by overwhelming them, not by just a couple. He needs that nuclear option in order to stop Tagir from shooting. Tagir's going to keep on shooting and shooting, so I think Tagir's going to win. Those 4 picks, Josephine Knudsen, Garrett Armfield, Tagir Ulanbekov, those 3 picks, those are my 3 first most confident picks. My fourth most confident pick, Uselyis Mokaev, guys. This is what I was going to say. The 4 picks right here, it already gives you plus money. If you put Uselyis Mokaev with a record of 19-2-0, he's a heavy favorite against his opponent that he's going up against. Scheduled bouts against Jose Johnson, one of the tallest fighters in the UFC, 6'1". I don't know if he's going to make weight. He has never made weight before from his opponent, Charles. I believe it's Jose Johnson, Charles Johnson, I believe. Charles Johnson had a lot of fights with him, and Charles Johnson. Charles Johnson. Charles Johnson had 2 fights with him. And Charles Johnson said that he's never made flyweight ever. He's never seen him make flyweight. So we'll see if he makes flyweight. But even if he does, a guy like Uselyis Mokaev is going to run right through him. And I think he actually can finish him inside the distance. Uselyis Mokaev is a guy from Kazakhstan who a lot of people from there, if they make it into the UFC, they're considered prospects because that's a regional scene. And in order to be in the UFC from that regional area, you have to be very, very, very good. So Uselyis Mokaev is my lock of the week. My lock of the week, my most confident pick of the entire card is Uselyis Mokaev. And I have him to beat Jose Johnson inside the distance or by unanimous decision. He can play both games. And I have it to win by 29-28 unanimous. Or if he really, really wants to, he can KO him. But that's not his game. He has submissions as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if he submits him. But he can basically toss him around and choose what he wants to do with him. I have Uselyis Mokaev to win this fight with a 19-2 record. This guy's a beast, man, and I hope he has good matchups next on, and I hope he stays active. This is a clip of him. This is a clip of him submitting his opponent. He has very, very, very good arch and leverage, and his squeeze is tight. The guy's out. The guy, you can tell he's out by right around here, you could tell he's done. And it's crazy because that guy, it was from him trying to shoot a takedown on him. Uselyis Mokaev is a beast, guys. Next, most confident pick, Miles Johns. And I know the odds are very, very iffy because he scheduled a bout against Douglas Silva de Andrade. We have to be afraid of his power. If out of all these picks, my least confident pick is Miles Johns. So that's why I put the 4 first, so that you can put them all in the parlay, and you can choose if you want to choose. If you want to put Miles John on there. I'm gonna put Miles John. I'm gonna take him to win money line. I'm gonna just take money line because I don't know how this can go. We know Miles John has faced a lot of adversity. He has a record of 14-2-0. I think he's better. He's younger. He's faster than his opponent, and if he doesn't gas, because like he has in short notice replacements, he's stepped in a short notice before. I'm not saying this fight is short notice, but I'm saying that he tends to gas and look different when it's short notice. If he shows up, he will show up. What I'm saying is that if he makes weight, that's what I was going to say. If he makes weight, I have him to win this fight by unanimous decision. And I think it's going to be a very close fight. I think Douglas Silva de Andrade is a guy who has a lot of power, and you have to be very careful with him. But I think a guy like Miles Johns can take him down consistently, hold him there, and win 2 out of the 3 rounds, and win this by unanimous decision. And if he can, maybe at least 2 minutes of control time in each round, and then mix up the striking while Douglas Silva de Andrade is tired. I know Miles John lost this fight, but this is some of the adversity that Miles John has faced. He lost this fight by submission to John Castaneda. But we know Miles John can face a lot of adversity. Right here, he was trying to go for the submission. This was one of multiple submission attempts. He eventually did get submitted, but not in this one. So I think Miles John can face a lot of adversity, man. And if you're not sexy Mexi, man, I don't think you're beating Miles John. So I'd take Miles John at a minus 120. I believe he's a minus 126 or 130. I'm just going to double check on my phone really, really quick. That's where I can see the odds faster than looking it up. Miles John minus 128. So I'll take that. Very close odds. He's always close odds for Miles John. And my final of the 6 most confident picks is Tatsura Taira. A beast from Japan. A guy who has faced a lot of adversity, who's been dropped before in the UFC, who's come back, who's grappled, who's fought against different type of submissions attempts on him, who's fought almost closely identical to the style of Alex Perez, but not quite. But he's been very close to, you know, he's on the edge of a title shot. And I think if he beats Alex Perez, he's not going to get a title shot, but I think he's less than 3 wins away, or two to 3 wins away from a title shot. And I think a guy like Tatsura Taira is going to put bro, they're going to go to Japan if he wins later this year. If he wins, bro, they're going to go to Japan. Cuz bro, the fan base that this guy has is insane. 15-0 record, 24 wins, and at a minus 185. You mean to tell me that this guy's a minus 185 and this guy's a future prospect, future title challenger, future title contender, and he's from Japan? Let me just make sure. He's a minus 196. Earlier this week he was a minus 186. I just want to show you guys how good this guy is. Obviously everybody knows, everybody's falling. You know, you could fall for the hype. You could choose to fall for the hype, or you could choose not to. Let's just look. This is Herb Dean teaching Tatsura Taira the 12-6 elbows. He's beating this guy's ass so bad in the middle of the fight that he can stop and switch the elbows. Bro, this guy is very good. And in a flyweight division that's shallow, he can definitely win this fight. And I think that not only can he win this fight, but he can finish this fight inside the distance. So guys, if you guys enjoyed my most confident picks of the week, guys, drop a like, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think. And comment back. You can come back here if it doesn't hit. If you put all 6 of them in a parlay and it doesn't hit, come back here and, you know, just let me know. Let me know. Be like, yo, bro, it didn't hit. But I recommend you guys to think about Miles Johns. You know, you could put him in a separate money line because he's a minus 126, and it's not that bad. But if you have 5 of them, all 5 legs should hit. The least confident pick is Miles Johns, but my most confident pick is Uselyis Mokaev, lock of the week, and then Tatsura Taira.
I'm happy, thank you! I'm happy, thank you! 呪術のスキルとかを、
Came out with the blonde hair.
I'm happy, thank you!
Let's go! Let's go, Tatsura Taira, guys. Guys, drop a like, guys. Smash the subscribe button. Comment your most favorite pick and your most confident picks, guys. Let me know, guys. Drop a like, smash the subscribe button, and watch my other videos if you guys haven't already, guys. I'm gonna be flooding content. Stay tuned for Friday. Let's get it. Peace from the Middle East. Let's fucking get it. See you at the top. Is the McGregor fight happening? Was I wrong? I don't know. Go check it.